Hilda's Mermaid, written by Abby Phillips Walker. Little Hilda was a sailor's daughter and lived in a small cottage near the shore. Her father used to go on long voyages. She used to spin and knit while her father was away. Because she had lost her mother at a very young age, she took care of the house all alone. Some days she would go out in her boat for fishing because she was fond of the water, and when the water was calm, Hilda would look down into the blue depths to try to see a mermaid. She was always very anxious to see one, as her father had told her many stories about mermaids, how they sang and combed their beautiful long hair. One night, when the strong winds were blowing and the rain was beating hard upon her window, Hilda bravely lighted her father's big lantern and ran down to the shore and hung it on the mast of a wreck which lay there so the sailors would not run their ships on it. When she returned to her cottage, she found the door was unlatched. She thought that the wind might have blown it open. When she entered her cottage, she found a little girl with beautiful hair sitting on the floor. The girl wore a green dress and it was wound around her body in the strangest manner. The girl said, "I saw your light, so I came in. The wind blew me far upon the shore. I should not have come upon a night like this, but a big wave looked so tempting. I thought I would jump on it and have a nice ride. But it was nearer to the shore than I had thought, and that is how I landed right at your door." Oh my! How Hilda's heart started to beat, for she knew this girl was a mermaid. Then Hilda realized that what she had thought as a green dress was really her body and tail curled up on the floor, which was now glistening in the lamp's light. "Will you have some of my supper?" asked Hilda, for she wanted to be hospitable, although she had no idea what mermaids ate. "Oh, thank you," answered the mermaid. "I'm not very hungry, but if you could give me a seaweed sandwich, I should like it." Poor Hilda did not know what to do, so she went to the closet and brought out some bread on which she spread fresh butter and filled a glass with milk. "Hey, here's your bread and butter. I'm so sorry I could not find any seaweed sandwiches. I hope you will like this." The little mermaid ate it and was pleased. The mermaid asked Hilda, "Do you live here all the time? I think you must be warm and want to be in the water for most of the time." Hilda replied, "You are very special. I can't survive in the water as you do. My body is not like yours." "Oh, I am so sorry. I hoped you would visit me sometime. I have such a good time with my sisters," replied the mermaid. Hilda sat on the floor beside the mermaid and said, "Tell me more about your home." The mermaid felt Hilda's clothes. "It must bother you to wear so many clothes. How do you manage to swim in these?" she asked. Hilda replied, "Well, yes, I put my bathing suit and then swim." "Okay, so I will tell you about my house first." The mermaid began. "Our father Neptune, he lives in a beautiful castle at the bottom of the sea. It is built of mother of pearl. All around the castle you will find beautiful green things and fine white sand. All my sisters live there. We are always happy to return home after we have been at the top of the ocean. Our house is always cool. The wind never blows there, and the rain does not reach us." "You do not mind being wet by the rain, do you?" asked Hilda. "Oh no," said the mermaid. "But the rain hurts us. It falls in little sharp points and feels like pebbles." "How do you know how pebbles feel?" Hilda asked. "Well, sometimes the Nereids, the sea nymphs, come and bother us. They throw pebbles to stir up the water, but we use the dogfish to drive them away. Nereids are very jealous of us because we are more beautiful," said the mermaid. Hilda thought to herself, "She's really proud of herself." "And how do you find your way home after you've been at the top of the ocean?" asked Hilda. "Oh, that. When Father Neptune counts us and finds anyone is missing, he sends a whale to spout. Sometimes he sends more than one. And we know where to dive when we see them. What do you eat besides seaweed sandwiches? Hilda asked. Fish eggs and little fishes, answered the mermaid. When we have a party, we also have a cake. Hilda opened her eyes wide. But where do you get the cake from? She asked. We make it. We grind coral into flour and mix it with fish eggs. Then we put it in a shell and send a mermaid to the top of the ocean with it, and she holds it in the sun until it bakes. We go to the Gulf Stream and gather grapes, and we have sea foam and lemonade to drink. Lemonade? Said Hilda. Where do you get the lemons from? Why, the sea lemon, replied the mermaid. That is a small mussel fish the color of a lemon. And what do you do at your parties? You cannot dance? Hilda asked. We swim to the music, circle around and dive and glide, answered the mermaid. But the music? Where do you get the musicians from? We have plenty of music, replied the mermaid. The sea elephant trumpets for us, then there is pipefish. The swordfish runs the scales of the sea adder with his sword, the seashells blob, and altogether we have splendid music. But now I think it's too late. We should not talk anymore. So the little mermaid curled herself up, and soon they were both asleep. The bright sun shining in through the window awakened Hilda next morning, and she quickly started looking about her. The mermaid was not there, but Hilda was sure it was not a dream, as she found pieces of seaweed on her floor. Now whenever she goes out in her boat, she looks around for her friend, and when the whales spout, she knows they were telling the mermaids to come home.